So today I'm going to be doing a Q&A. Thank you to everyone who submitted their questions through my Instagram and also my broadcast channel. A few questions about the clubs that I played for, my football career, and then I'll talk a little bit about questions from Malaysia, and a few people have asked for some advice. So we'll be going over a few of those questions as well. Hope you enjoy it. If there's any other questions that you have or videos that you'd like me to do following on from this Q&A, then feel free to drop it below in the comments. And yeah, how was your time at Charlton? Yeah, I really enjoyed my time at Charlton. Having been there from the age of 6, there's obviously been so many good memories I've had being at the academy. We've had loads of tours away, training in there in the evenings for about the best part of 10-15 years, moving towards becoming a professional footballer and being in there every single day, working with some of the coaches that I'll be forever grateful taught me everything I know about football, and also meeting loads of teammates over the years. I couldn't really say enough positive things about the opportunity I was given at Charlton and being given the platform to then play for the first team in front of the fans. I loved every moment of it. Unfortunately, things didn't work out how I might have dreamed they would when I was younger, but that's part of life and that's part of football. And yeah, I love my time at Charlton. Fastest player at CAFC, well, from my time there, it has to be Corey Blackett-Taylor. No one comes close. How do you view your time at Bath City? I love my time at Tunetank Park. I mean, I only played 3 games, so I'd say too short, but there's some great people at that football club. Jerry, the manager, I really enjoyed all of the teammates. It was a good group, and I was really upset that I couldn't help the team in the playoffs achieve promotion. So I'd say too short, bit gutted that I couldn't help to do more. I enjoyed my time there thoroughly. How are you finding life at Farnborough? Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. So I've not been there too long, but we've had loads of games. I've had a few training sessions, mainly games, and it's great to start the league how we have done. The last 2 results have been very frustrating, having 2 losses, but that's part of football and it's a long season, so we just have to take each game as it comes, do the best we can, and hopefully we can end the season where we want to end it. What are your goals for Farnborough this season? Winning the league. Well, after the first 3 games, I'd have smiled and said absolutely, and after the last 2 games having 2 losses, it's certainly dampened and humbled our expectations for the year. But regardless of that, I think the Conference South is a very tough league. Anyone can beat anyone, and yes, we have a good team this year, but there's a lot of other good teams in the league, so I think it's important to just take each game as it comes, focus on the next game ahead of us and try to win that game. And of course we want to achieve at least the playoffs, but you just have to take it game by game. We'll see where we are at Christmas, and we'll see where we are at the end of the season. There's no point overthinking it, and as the last 2 results have shown, if you get ahead of yourselves or think that you're going to win because a team beat that team and you beat that team, then reality will quickly hit you in the face and you'll have losses. So I think it'll be a tough league, and we just have to take each game that comes up. Favourite club you have played for? I'd have to say Charlton. I've loved every single club I've been at, whether it's been on loan or permanent, but playing at the Valley in front of a full Valley, like I had the opportunity to do in the Carabao Cup against Brighton, and just experiencing the Charlton fans on away games in League One, I'd have to say that Charlton was definitely the favourite club that I played for so far. What is my preferred position, fullback or midfield? Well, at the moment I'm currently playing as a winger, and in the Conference South I'd say that I'm enjoying myself playing there, being further forwards and being able to create chances for the team and try to score goals. I've really enjoyed that position that I'm playing in at the moment. So at the moment that's why I'd say my preferred position is, but I don't really mind if it's a 3-5-2, if we play a different shape, then I'm happy to play as a wing back or even in midfield. So as long as I can show my quality on the pitch and help the team, I'm not too fussed, but at the moment I'm really enjoying the position that I'm playing in, which is a winger. Best goal you've ever scored? I'll answer that for men's football, and I'd probably say my goal last year against Torquay for Dartford. The one last week was pretty good as well, but the fact that I was on my left foot and I spent a long period of time before that at Charlton just training on my crossing technique and that inside finesse shot, and then being able to come back to Dartford and do that in my first game there. It's really the best goal I've scored so far. Toughest player you've come up against? Probably say Mitoma, given the fact, obviously, playing in the Premier League and what he's done to other players, and playing against him 1v1, very sharp. So it'd have to be him, but I've had a very tough game when I played Oxford for Charlton. They ended up playing a 3-5-2 and I was doubled up on that side. I can't remember who the fullback was, as he was very quick. I think he was Dutch, and the winger Josh Murphy, those two on my side. That was a difficult night and one that I learned a lot from. Personal goals for the season. For me individually this year, my goals are just to get goals, to get assists, to help the team win as many games as possible. 10 goals and 10 assists by the end of the season, at least. Typical routine on a match day. Because of how I train, generally I'd say my typical routine is the same throughout the whole week. Depending on the time of the game, if the game's at 3 PM, then I'll wake up, do some breathing exercises, have some breakfast, do a little bit of activation, and then make my way to the team and get ready for the match in the stadium with the team. And if it's an evening game, similar routine. I'll keep it a bit more chill and relaxed, do some activation, do some stretching, and get ready for the game in the evening. So nothing really changes too much compared to training days. What do you like to do when you aren't playing football? Well, most of the time I am playing football, even if it's in the off season, but going to the beach, relaxing with nature, being with my family and friends, learning and educating myself on different topics in my own time, whether I'm at home or away from the house. Just keeping my mind active and asking questions and finding out about different topics that are relevant to me. You can speak Malaysian or not. Aku cuba belajar bahasa Melayu setiap hari, tapi aku cuba buat terbaik. So I know my accent's not the best. I try to learn Malay as much as I can, and hopefully when I get to be in Malaysia more regularly, I'll be able to improve my accent and people will actually be able to understand me better, and I'll be able to understand all of you. Most interesting place you've ever been in Malaysia? Probably Kuantan. I've not been to too many places in Malaysia since I've been there, because I've been very busy. KL was good, but I love the beaches in Kuantan and going to Pahang, where my gran was originally from. I really enjoyed going there and seeing the state and going to the beach in Kuantan. When will you start playing for Malaysia? I don't know. Hopefully soon, inshallah. But I'm just going to try to do my best with my football career in England, and we'll see where we go from there. Debut for Harimau Malaya soon, hopefully. I'll just focus on myself, what I can control, and do the best that I can in England. Staying fit is really important for me this year, and hopefully I'll be able to show my talent and earn a call up. Favourite club in Malaysia? I've been to Pahang so far. I haven't been to any other states other than that outside of KL, but yeah, really Sri Pahang FC. Going to their stadium, it was great to be over there. Would you play for Sri Pahang FC? Who knows? But I'd certainly love to play in Malaysia one day. If you love Malaysia, that's 10 to you. Man United or Man City? Neither. Which team do you support? Liverpool. Ronaldo or Messi? Ronaldo for me. Neymar or Vinicius? Neymar. How to convince your parents to join a football academy? I'd just tell them that you really enjoy playing football, you want to practice, and you want to also meet new people and you love playing football, and hopefully as long as you're a good kid, you're good at school and you don't do too much to annoy your parents, then I don't see why they wouldn't want you to be physically active and play football for an academy. How to stay confident in the game? That's a really good question. For me, I'd say that confidence is all about understanding that you're going to make mistakes in a game and being prepared to make mistakes, but to not let that affect your mental state. For example, if you think you're going to score in a game, but understand that you might not score your first chance and you might not score your second chance. So if you've had a game and you've missed 2 chances which you should have scored, staying in that mental position that you're going to get another chance, and you can take that chance with the same belief as if those other 2 chances hadn't happened. I think we're all human, we all make mistakes, but to stay confident you have to understand that you're not going to be perfect in a game, and that's something that I've had to work on a lot over the years, especially, for example, if you make a mistake, not beating yourself up in the game about the mistake. Of course, you don't want to make a mistake and you don't want to miss a chance, but if you do, to forget as quick as possible and just focus on the next moment in the game and make sure you take that opportunity instead of focusing on the one that you missed, and then following that up with not taking a shot or being afraid to make something happen. That's something that, from experience, there's been games where I would have beaten myself up afterwards if I haven't had the perfect game, when in reality you're never going to have a perfect game. So it's good to look at what you can improve on after the game, but in the game it's really important to just focus on the next moment, believe in your ability at all times, and if something goes wrong, to forget about it and continue to believe in your ability and continue to back yourself and take the risk in the right areas. How do you go pro? I'd say to go pro, whether you've had a smooth journey. In my case, I was at Charlton my whole life, my whole academy career, and I was fortunate enough to get offered a professional contract after my scholarship age, or whether you've had a bit more of a turbulent and you've been at different clubs, you've suffered earlier rejection. It's the same really, which is to practice, to believe in your ability, to enjoy playing football, especially at a young age, but to make sure you're always practicing and you're always trying to work on different attributes, whether it's your strengths or your weaknesses. And of course there's so many other things that have to go into place that you can't control, but just to focus on what you can control, which is being outside, playing football, watching the game, analysing your own game and enjoying it. Best piece of advice you've ever received? Probably to be successful, you only need to take 1 opportunity out of 10 or 1 opportunity out of 5, and to take that 1 opportunity out of 10 you need to try 10 times and you need to be prepared to fail, but to have that mentality that you're still looking for that one time to succeed, as opposed to getting upset when things don't go your way or things don't go as you planned. What advice do you have for a young aspiring footballer? Just to play football as much as possible when you can, and to enjoy where you're playing and make sure that you're improving your game wherever that is. Some people that might be in the academy, for other people that might be in their local team, and everyone develops at different stages. So as long as you're enjoying it and you're playing as often as possible, just to keep going, and hopefully if you're good enough, cream rises to the top, so you'll get where you deserve to be. So I hope you enjoyed that Q&A. A few people asked me about my football journey and my career so far, so I'm thinking about doing a 10 to 15 minute video about that. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed the Q&A and see you guys later.